Hi, Blair Woolcott here from Cargroomers, the manufacturers of Slipstream and FuseFlex vehicle wash products. Welcome to our first multimedia wash interview with Steve Zepter from BP Regents Park, a car wash based in Brisbane, Australia. Welcome, Steve, and before we get started, I'd like to ask the question, what is the strangest and funniest thing you've seen in your car wash?
Well, Blair, it's funny you should say that because once upon a time we invited car clubs around as a showcase their vehicles, so we had the mini car club come to our car wash, and we had one very enthusiastic member there who was raising money for the Children's Hospital, and he put his open top moke through the auto wash, and he got blasted at about 1,000 psi, and I'm afraid that his raincoat didn't do much.
Didn't do the justice.
Yep.
The interior buggered?
No, actually, the old moke started up first going out and came out the other side.
Oh, that's good. Just tell us and the people watching today a little bit about your car wash site.
Well, we planned and built our car wash from scratch, and there was a vacant block of dirt next to a BP service station, so we figured that petrol and cars go together.
Yep.
So we built an automatic bay and 3 self-serve bays. We have about 7 vacuum cleaners and 2 dog washers, and we also have the luxury of about 2,000 square metres of area, so traffic flow is quite manageable and good for detailing as well.
Yeah, so it's a big site. It's probably, 4,000 or 5,000 square metres with the petrol station as well?
Yeah, it's huge.
And you mentioned dog washers. Tell us a little bit about that. It's a new phenomenon in Australia, probably only been around 5 or 6 years. From the ICA shows in the States, I'm seeing a lot of dog washing activity there. You got 2 washers, so how have they gone for you?
Oh, well, from day one, we really had no idea what dog washing was about or the potential of the income that you can gain from dog washing.
Sure.
All I knew about dog washing was that we washed our dog in the backyard on a Saturday, you know.
Yep.
But as it's turned out, it's provided a fantastic source of income for us, day in, day out, week after week over the last 5 years. The one thing that people do is emotionally spend on family members, and the dog is a family member. So when the wash is quiet due to the weather, the dog wash just keeps pumping out consistent numbers week after week, and it's been a fantastic thing. It's the best thing since sliced bread.
Probably been a loss over considering the rain we've had in Australia the last 18
the last 2 years
months.
have been tough, but the dog wash has been it's saved our bacon many a time.
So Steve, you've just introduced FuseFlex to your car wash operation. Tell us the benefits and how you found the experience using FuseFlex.
In business, you really need to keep control of your expenditures, and the first thing that gained my attention with FuseFlex was just the cost per litrage. I'm not paying for the water anymore, and I'm not paying for the handling and the distribution costs, so it's a great product in that respect there, but it gives me the flexibility of being able to mix it myself to the strengths and requirements that I need myself.
Sure.
So I can vary the ratios for auto wash, pre-wash, tyre cleaner, etc. So that's fantastic, and a benefit which I hadn't really counted on was the handling and the storage component. It's easier just to carry 2 boxes of FuseFlex than drums and drums or multiple drums of stock as well.
Yeah, sure. And do you add different colours and fragrances? Have you tried that yet?
Yes, it's quite interesting actually. We add a bit of red one week and we added blue next week, and I've added mint because mint gives you that clean, fresh smell.
Sure.
Through the wash.
Yeah, and that's been good.
Yeah,
well, I reckon you actually should be selling the stuff. You seem that enthusiastic about it, but it's good to know you've enjoyed using the product.
Blair, at the end of the day, FuseFlex is a great product because it cuts through the dirt and the road grime, and the cars are going out clean for a lot cheaper cost per unit, which is fantastic for me.
Yep, that's great. Steve, you've also used Return in 30 as part of your marketing and promotional push for your car wash. Tell us a little bit about the experience with Return in 30.
Yeah, the Return in 30 for me was a brilliant idea, Blair. It gave me the opportunity to give the customers a reason to come back on a 30-day basis. So for me, with our Return in 30 program, well, I call it our rewards program. I don't call it a loyalty card anymore. They get a little bonus each time they come back within that 30-day period, leading up to not just a free wash, but little gift packs and all sorts of things. So, it's pretty cool. I got it on the shirts now. It's all around the site, so It's down the street. People are asking questions about it, and that's what you want your customers to be interactive with you as well.
Yeah, I guess activity breeds activity, and that's one of the reasons we do the Return in 30 program. Have there been any downside of it?
Some people do think it's return in 30 minutes, but apart from that,
sure,
it's okay.
It's every 30 days.
Yeah.
And moving forward with the car wash industry in Australia, especially Brisbane where you're located, where do you think the future's going to happen? What's going to occur in the future, I guess?
Okay, well, for me, short term is probably 5 to 10 years timeline. So in Australia, this is our weather pattern, that we have a drought followed by an extreme wet condition, followed by a normal rain pattern again. So luckily we've had our drought, we cross your fingers, we finish with the extreme wet.
Yep.
Now, for technically over the next 5 to 10 years, we should go back into a normal weather pattern, and that can do nothing but just increase the industry. Also, I see that as Australia's population increases, and more importantly in Brisbane, where I am, as the population density increases,
Yep.
People are losing their backyards, they're living in more high-rises, more apartment blocks. The only place you can get your car washed will be at a car wash. So,
Well, I hope you're right.
because if we look at the American model, they've got 30 or 40, even 50 years extra washing than what we've got. So we're really still only in our infancy, with what people are exposed to car washing.
Yep.
So for me, the short term in my business, I just got to make sure that we continue to provide a fast, friendly, efficient service.
Yep.
A clean, enticing work environment.
Yep. Which you've done.
Well, we are a cleaning business.
Yep.
And also, a mechanically sound environment for the customers and the staff as well.
Well, that's great, Steve. I'd like to thank you for coming in today and having a chat to us. Just on a closing note, out of all the wash sites that I have gone to, and you've just touched on it actually, I think it's a credit to you and your team how clean the site is and how well presented it is. We always use the parody and thing that you don't eat at a dirty restaurant, and you've touched on that as well. And as the viewers will see through the photos and video footage here, the site is immaculate and always has been immaculate since day one. So that's a credit to you, and look forward to catching up with you soon.
Thanks, Blaine.
Thank you. Ta. Thanks for watching our first multimedia newsletter. Our next edition will feature a car wash with the lot, based in Canberra, the nation's capital. I look forward to speaking and catching up with you soon. Thank you.